Our last story tonight is about gig workers, your delivery riders, your Uber drivers. They fuel a multi-billion-dollar economy, but the conditions they work in are often a problem. Plus, there is no one set of rules. Usually, they're at the mercy of their company. So Europe has come up with a solution, a new legislation. It's a historic deal for the European Union. Once approved, gig workers will be reclassified. They can be registered as full-time employees, which would mean a higher pay and labour rights like insurance and other protections. So will this change Europe's gig economy? Our next report explores.
The European Union has finally reached a deal that could change the life of 5.5 million workers. People who deliver food, people who offer rides, people labouring on digital platforms, people who fuel the gig economy. For years, they haven't had conventional workers' rights, but that could change soon. It's called the Platform Worker Directive. The plan came originally in December 2021. It was to boost protections for gig workers. The EU mulled on it for some time, and it looks like after 2 years, they've reached a consensus. A bid to stop the gig economy exploitation. If approved, it could reclassify them as full-time employees. That means many things, such as a minimum wage, paid leave and unemployment benefits. Also, there will be transparency. Platforms will have to tell workers if they are being monitored or even managed by algorithms. The EU says these 5.5 million workers are not gig workers but permanent employees, so they must have the benefits. The companies, however, disagree. Digital platforms have a problem with this, the likes of Uber and Deliveroo. They say workers have full autonomy and flexibility. They can work whenever they like, which doesn't make them permanent employees, but the EU is not buying their claims. Will this help revamp the gig economy? The deal is meant to clean up the grey areas, the ones that exist between these platforms and their employees, the grey area of legislation. It would clear up the employment status of millions, give them insurance, give them rights, and save them from abuse. But for companies, it will be a costly exercise. They will have to spend billions for these rights, which is why they are likely to challenge it. Either way, member states too need to sign up for it, which means this could take some time. On paper, it's a historic deal, but there could be some compromise in the coming days, especially with companies fighting back.